All right, wings. Let's have a quick look at wings. Airplane wings are incredibly strong and durable. They have these main spars, there's ribs in here, and this is kind of what the structure looks like. And they're extremely flexible, and they're made of a very high process aluminum. And then what they do is they put a skin over top of that to make it nice and smooth so that it can fly. So one of the cool things is about wings, a fun fact, is that this is the Kitty Hawk, the Wright brothers. They flew, and they flew 20 feet above the ground, and they lasted 12 seconds. They flew 120 feet. The wingspan on the new Airbus A380 is actually 262 feet from one side to the other. So the wingspan is actually twice as long as the actual flight of the very first airplane that ever flew. And the other thing is that the wings themselves, 9,100 square feet, the wings are cover, and inside the airplane is 6,000 square feet. So basically, it's a flying mansion, because you think about a mansion, 6,000 to 9,100 square feet. So it's quite a machine. So stress testing. This is actually what the wings can do when they're being manufactured. They do tests on them, and you can see that these wings will actually go 180 or about 90 degrees and go 150% of anything that the turbulence or anything that can be fired at them. So this is off of I think one of the Airbus ones. So when you see that little tiny bit of flexing that's going on out there, don't worry, it's been taken care of by this testing that's been done on the wings long before it ever gets approved. And just so you understand it, at Boeing 787, this is what it's normally at. So when you're on the runway, this is where the wings would be sitting. And for max load, they'll flex up to 26 feet from the tips. And normally they'll fly about 10 feet, 10 feet higher than it is on the ground. Now keep in mind too that the wings are the fuel source. That's where the fuel is. And actually they're starting to put in the fuel in the tail fins in the back as well. The Boeing can fly 10,000 miles on a tank of gas. And this one here, the 747, it gets about 0.2 miles per gallon. So not that great. So how are the wings put together? Well, I've been asked, well, are the wings just attached to the side of the airplane? No, they're not. The wings are actually attached to what we call a wing box right here. And the front spar and the floor beams and everything. And you can see when the wings come in here, they attach onto that and they become one big unit, one solid unit like a boomerang. And so you don't have to worry about them snapping off. They are one part. And here's actually a picture from the manufacturer. This is the box right here. And this is the floor here, and the wings are attached to that. And they are all one part, one unit. And once they've all been put together, then they put the cabin on top of the wings. It's not the other way around. The wings aren't attached to the side of the airplane. The airplane is put on top of the wing box and the wings, and so they're all one unit. Very strong. So I wanted to throw this in as a reminder of why do we want to travel? Because there's some people that are a little too scared to fly, and they're going to miss out on a lovely beach like this somewhere.